And we're back to the second half of the Port Huron Northern Port Huron High School varsity soccer match. The score is 2-0 Huskies, and there's 40 minutes back on the clock. So, Giannis, who do you think is playing better defense?
Probably our school.
Probably Northern?
Yeah.
Why? Because they don't have any goals? The other team?
It's play very hard and it's better for the defense.
That's true. And Duncan Smith. Here comes a big red offense deep into the zone. And number 29 tries to take a shot, but it comes off the bottom of his foot. Oh, and another number 24 on the offensive big red slips just when he's trying to shoot the ball. Gostinger gives it up to Sam McCarthy. Sam McCarthy's all alone. McCarthy brings it up and but he's knocked down by the defense of the Big Reds. No call on that. Throw in by Josh Notman. Brings it to Brian Bradley. Bradley heads it off to Duncan Smith. Brought in by Josh Notman. Here comes a shot by Brian Gostinger. Oh, but it sails wide of the net. And he's mad about that one. Huskies gonna have to rely on their defense, and they sure did. And it was kicked back by Travis Thompson. Travis Thompson keeping on his man and playing some nice defense. Duncan Smith knocks it deep into the zone. And here comes Josh Notman. And he's right on the defender's tail, but it's kicked out of bounds. And Josh will hurry up to get a good throw in. Flicked off by number 6. Gostinger races for the ball. He keeps it in and sends it to McCarthy. McCarthy gives it right back to Gostinger. Shot by Gostinger. No, not a shot. Just crossed it over. Now Josh Notman's got the ball. Now, shot by number 6, Brian Bradley, sails clear over the net and into the tennis courts. Sam McCarthy rushes in to catch it. And he gives it up to Josh Notman, number 7. And that's going to be a corner kick for the Northern Huskies. McCarthy back to take the corner kick. Here's the kick. Sailed into the middle. And Brian Gostinger's right there. But it goes back out of bounds. It's going to be another corner kick from the other side. This time the wind's on the Huskies' side, so. Comes the kick by Gastinger. Puts it into the middle. And Josh Notman's waiting for him for a header. But it's a little too weak. Thompson back to save. Gets it right back in the zone. And Josh Notman, he's bringing it right up to the middle. Shot by John Notman, but it sails way, way, way over the net. Brian Gastinger, some nice ball handling skills. He's going to knock it right up to Sam McCarthy. Sam McCarthy is just not fast enough for that ball. It rolls back out of bounds for a PH throw-in. Not throw-in, I'm sorry, goal kick. Duncan Smith rushes to the ball. Looks like he's not going to save it before it goes out of bounds. There's number 23, Randy Pueller. He's got nobody on him. He's got lots of time. And he sends it up to Brian Bradley, number 6. And it's going to be Huskies' ball. I don't know what for. Looks like it's going to be a direct kick. And Josh Notman will take it. As the Big Reds line up in front of their goalie. Let's see what. Oh, and Brian Gastinger is going to take it. No! Josh Notman takes it. Oh, and he just barely deflected by the goalkeeper. Sean Dennis hustling to get back to that ball. Number 29 of the Big Reds is just too fast, and here's the shot. Oh, and it sails about half a foot over the net. Tony Partapilo was expecting a tricky shot for that one, but it just didn't happen. Brian Bradley trips over himself just a minute ago there. Here comes Sam McCarthy. He's going to rush in to try to play some D, but it's deflected back into the Huskies zone. Here comes the offense for the Big Reds, moving it up. Duncan Smith turning on the fire. And here comes Sam McCarthy bringing it up the field. He's got some people to cross it to, and he gives up to Josh Notman. Josh Notman's right up in the goalie box almost. And he gives it back to number 19, Nick Prevost. Looks like Prevost will take a shot. And it sails wide once again. Stopped by number 19, Nick Prevost. Travis Thompson keeps it in the zone, but it's knocked back out by the Big Red defense. Knocked back out by Justin Peschke. But it sails out of bounds once again, so it'll be another Big Red throw-in. Josh Kempesky staying on his man. It's gonna be a, what's it gonna be? Goal kick, it looks like. I guess it went out of bounds. Looks like they're subbing the midfielders for Northern again. Keith Christopherson knocks it down. He sends it up nice to Josh Notman. Josh Notman just taking off. He looks like he's gonna cross it. And he gives it up to Adam Stationrider. Adam Stationrider, oh, nice fancy move trying to put it in. But not enough power to get it in the goal. Brandon Manuelo trying to play some defense, but overlooking his men. Justin Pesky better run a little faster if he wants to save those balls. Knocked deep into the Northern attack zone. But Tony Partapilo rushes forward and saves it. Kicks it way down the field. But it's going to be, oh, not out of bounds. Here comes Sam McCarthy. He pressures that defense, and he's way up there. And he gives it up to, there's Sam. He's going to give it to somebody. Oh, it caught off the wrong part of his foot and went right behind the goal. Andy. Did Katie bring this for me? Adam Strasenreiser pushes it right up in the middle, and there's Sam McCarthy waiting for it, and he takes a shot. Oh, and it's about 2 feet wide. And he's upset about that one. Big Reds are making some substitutions. Sean Dennis keeps it into the zone. Keith Christopherson ends up knocking it out of bounds. Sean Dennis is on that ball. Now here's number 19, Nick Prevost, going to bring it up the middle. Oh, but it's knocked down by the defense of Big Reds, number 36. That was a very nice job. Brandon Manuelo chases that ball down, but it's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be a Huskies throw-in. Nope, looks like a sub for Huskies. In comes Mike Farquhar. I can't see who else. Maybe Paul Stevens. Passed up to James Hayes. James Hayes bringing it in. Mike Farquhar's wide open. Oh, and James Hayes is tripped. He falls right to the ground. So that'll probably be a direct kick for Northern. Mike Farquhar's there and he heads it. Oh, but it's knocked down by the Big Reds goalie. Oh, shot! Scored! Looks like Brian Robinette got that one in. Number 25. And that'll put the Huskies on the board for 3. And the Big Reds for nothing. That was a 25-03.
Goal, Brian Robinette.
And it looks like the Big Reds are going to change goalies. James Wiegand plays some nice defense. Adam Strasenreiter bringing it up the middle. Oh, but he hangs on to it too long, and the Big Red defense takes it away from him. Here comes Keith Christopherson rushing him. Excellent offense. Mike Farquhar's got to run to save that one. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be knocked out. Yes, knocked out by the Big Reds, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Northern Huskies. So, Giannis, do you think that the Big Reds will score a goal at all this game?
No.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, does it? But anything can happen. Still 24 minutes left.
Probably our school.
Oh, and it's a nice head by Brian Robinette. But it's deflected by the knees of the goalkeeper. Excellent effort by our defense tonight. Here's the kick by Mike Farquhar. And never made it in. Sean Dennis keeps it in the zone. James Hayes. Looks like it's going to be a handball on the Big Reds. Kicked way up there by Justin Peschke. And Adam Strasenreiter is a little bit too slow for that ball, and he couldn't save it. Substitution for Northern. Sean Dennis is going to go out. He's sure been in for a long time. He deserves a sub, and Paul Stevens comes in for his left defender spot. Brandon Manuel again, nice. Staying on his man and everything. Justin Peschke brings it up. Here comes Big Reds, right up the middle. And he hits the back of his own player. He had some men open on the sides, but I guess he just didn't see him. Here comes, looks like James Hayes coming up the side. He kicks it out of bounds. But it's off the Big Red player, so nope, guess not. Brian Robinette again playing some nice defense. Here's Paul Stevens on the ball. Oh, but some nice offensive skills on the Big Reds. Justin Peschke gets there a little bit faster than the Big Red offense, and he's got lots of time. Here comes Mike Farquhar. He's got to save that one. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Big Reds. Throws it into Paul Stevens, number 18, left defender. And Stevens lets it get over him. Stevens better catch up with that ball if he's going to save it. But the ball's going to come right over to Tony Partapilo, and he's just going to pick it up and throw it down the way a little bit. Justin Peschke some nice ball handling skills. Over to Mike Farquhar. Mike Farquhar trying to rush in, but the goalie's a little bit too quick. Here's Paul Stevens. Brandon Manuelo rushing to save that ball. Here comes the Big Red offense, but they can't catch it on their foot. They just keep catching it on their knees, so just goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Northern goal kick. Nick Prevost dribbling it right back into his zone, trying to keep away from the offensive Big Red players, but looks like Brandon Manuelo was kicking a man while he was down, so it's going to be a direct kick for the Big Reds. It comes in, but Tony Partapilo rushes out again to get the ball. James Hayes up to head it. DJ Zeib can't get to it. It's knocked out of bounds by the Big Red. Substitution for the offense of the Northern Huskies. Looks like Brian Gostinger and Randy Puehler's coming back in, along with Sam McCarthy. Josh Notman was waiting for him to kick it out of bounds, and he did. Josh Notman throws it into Brian Bradley. Brandon Manuelo and Duncan Smith aren't giving each other enough room, so they bump into each other. Comes a throw in from Duncan. And it's to Nick Prevost, number 19, back to Duncan. He knocks it out of bounds. Big Red throw in. Stopped by Duncan Smith. Over to DJ Zeib, over to Randy Puehler, back to Nick Prevost, and all the way back to Justin Peschke. And here's Paul Stevens, number 18. Let's see what he's going to do with it. Gives it back up to number 23, Randy Puehler. Here's Brian Gostinger, number 10. He has the ball. He's bringing it deep into the zone. And he gives it up to Sam McCarthy, and Sam McCarthy knocks down the Big Red player. Back to number 10, Brian Gostinger. Sam McCarthy once again has it. Nice shot by Sam McCarthy. And the goalkeeper just barely saves that one. Brandon Manuelo stops it. We've seen some nice defense by number 14, Brandon Manuelo, tonight. He's really stayed on his man. Tony Partapilo is going to rush out to get this one. He throws it out to Paul Stevens, number 18. Paul Stevens misses that header. Here comes the Big Red offense into the zone. He's got a man out to the side. The man out to the side is going to... Oh, and the man out... Someone in the middle on the Big Reds was offsides. So, that's going to be an indirect for the Huskies. Paul Stevens took a foot in the stomach there, I think. Josh Notman rushing to save that ball. That defender's really hustling him. Here comes the cross by Josh Notman. Oh, was deflected by a Big Red player. Prevost brings it back into the zone for a shot. And the goalkeeper of the Big Reds rushes out to save it just before Sam McCarthy can get in there. Brandon Manuelo saves it again. Here's Duncan Smith on the ball. Peschke's gonna have to go back to save that one. Let's see what he does. Oh, nice ball handling skills by Justin Peschke. Knocked out by Duncan Smith of the Huskies. And the Big Reds are bringing it right into the 18-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Big Reds, but the Northern defense was just too good for them, and they couldn't even get a shot on the goal. It's going to make it about 15 minutes left in the game. Josh Notman bringing it up the middle now. He passes it up the line to number 13, Sam McCarthy. McCarthy brings it in. And he fakes out the goalie. And Gostinger sends it in for a goal! Oh, and the goal was deflected in by the Big Reds defender. That goal was not even going in. But it was assisted by number 13, Sam McCarthy. Oh, that was all the Big Reds' fault. But the Huskies don't seem to care one bit. That'll leave the Huskies with 4-0. Yeah, that's a goal. Goal by number 40.
Alright, I'll say I guess by Gaston. It is a goal, I know. Well, you gotta say something to the effect that the other guy kicked it.
Here comes Brian Bradley coming up the middle. And he gives it up. And there's Sam McCarthy right on that ball. See what he does. Oh, and he runs right into the goalkeeper. Sam McCarthy. Oh, there's just too many defenders on him and not enough of his own men. Duncan Smith knocks it back into the zone.
Who assisted him, Sam?
Goal by Brian Gostinger. Assist by Sammy McCarthy.
Looks like the referee says he wasn't quite ready for that goal kick. Nick Prevost keeps it in the zone. Here's Paul Stevens rushing towards the ball. And knocks it right back to the offense of the Big Reds. Gostinger knocks it back up to Sam McCarthy. Sam McCarthy, that's all his. Oh, nice defense by the Big Reds. Josh Notman rushing towards that ball. Kind of knocks it back. Looks like Josh Notman was getting a little pushing in the face. Oh, but it's called upon the Northern Huskies, so it'll be a direct kick for the Big Reds. Travis Thompson struggling to keep it in. That's Josh Notman's ball. He's all alone. He's got lots of time. He's got a defender coming up on him, though. He was 3-on-1 for a second. Here comes Brian Bradley. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a nice head. Oh, and it just missed the goal. Just to the right. Corner kick by Northern. And it's saved by the Big Reds goalie. Dennis, nice save. Prevost over to Bradley. Or I'm sorry, Pueller. Josh Notman had the ball. He was going to feed it up to Sammy, but Sammy came back to him. Brian Gastinger showing some very excellent ball handling skills, and there's a shot! But it's saved by the Big Reds goalie. Duncan Smith kind of misjudged that ball. Gives it up to Brian Bradley. There's Josh Notman back to Bradley. There's Nick Prevost back there playing this midfield. Notman fouls up his own ball. It's Big Reds. Knock it off to the side. Number 9 of Northern, Travis Thompson, struggling with his skills of defense tonight. His nicknamed the Spider. Sub for Big Reds. Sam McCarthy, gets a little tripped up as Brian Gastinger keeps it in the zone. Little give and go to Sean Dennis. Sean Dennis gives it over to Travis Thompson. Duncan Smith tries to keep it in, but again, misjudging the ball. And here comes another midfield substitution for the Northern Huskies. Looks like maybe midfield and offense. Right up by the goal, Mike Farquhar was there with the header. But he has that height disadvantage. Sean Dennis trying to save the ball, but just barely misses. Throw in by the Big Reds. Dennis better get running back there if he wants to save it. Paul Stevens backs him up. Justin Peschke running up the middle through it with it. There's DJ Zeib. And James Hayes turning those wheels on. Big Red's offense getting it deep into the Northern zone. Looks like they're going to be offsides. Adam Strayson-Rider right up by the goal. Looks like he caught one in the face. Thrown out by the goalkeeper of the Big Reds. In comes Justin Peschke. Looks like he's going to take a shot. Oh, and it's, oh, the goalkeeper of Big Red missed it, and it just barely missed the goal. What do you think of that shot, Giannis?
It's very good, but we was a little bit unlucky.
My thoughts exactly. Mike Farquhar with a nice kick. DJ Zibe tries to knock it in. There's James Wiegand. He caught his foot on it wrong and it came out to the outside. DJ Zibe had it, but the defense for the Big Reds kind of rushed in there and saved it. There was a shot attempt by Justin Peschke, but it sailed way, way over the net. Trapped by Justin Peschke. Justin Peschke bringing it back up the middle. He's getting aggressive at the end of this game. Another shot attempt by Justin Peschke, but he ends up on his back. Travis Thompson starting to show some defense. He brings it up and he's going to give it up to DJ Zibe. If Zibe can get there, nope. This ball's going to be knocked way into the woods. But it's going to be a northern throw-in, so. There's James Wiegand on the ball. James tries to take a shot. Brought down by a defender of PH. There's Peschke trying to turn on the ball handling skills. The ball's getting brought up the field a bit by the Big Reds. Oh, and it's called on the Northern Huskies. I don't know why, but I guess the ref saw something I didn't. James Wiegand sends it up the field to DJ Zibe. Now Mike Farquhar's got it and he sends it up the middle, but it's brought down by the defender of the PH. Farquhar sends it to the middle. Adam Strayson-Rider's got it. Sends it over to DJ Zibe. Zibe back out to Justin Peschke. Someone's coming on Justin really hard. Justin takes a shot, but it sails way over right into the tennis courts. Boy, Justin Peschke sure is turning up the heat this half. Saved by Keith Christofferson. Nice, actually. Kept it in bounds, but knocked it right back out of bounds for a PH goal kick. Oh, DJ Zibe rushes in to get the ball and he takes a shot and he scores! It's a goal! DJ Zibe with an unassisted goal. Just because he caught the defense off guard. That'll make it 5-0, and that's at 2:08 left in the whole game.
Goal, DJ Zibe, unassisted.
And the crowd is just going wild. Looks like they switched goalies again. Big Reds did. Now Northern will just try to keep it in the other zone for 2 minutes. Brian Robinette picks up the ball over to Adam Strasenrider. James Wiegand heads it over to Adam Strasenrider again. Brian Robinette playing some excellent defense. He got his hand on that one, but I don't think it was a call. Adam Strasenrider struggling to play some nice defense, and Tony Partapilo will pick it up probably for the last time of the game. Mike Farquhar just playing hard as ever. James Wiegand gets knocked on the ground. Comes the Big Red offense, deep into the zone. He might have a shot, takes a shot, and Tony Partapilo calls it. He says, it's not going to be any good. And as the last seconds of the game whittle down, Northern's not going to do anything with it. The referee says that's not the end of the game yet, but now he does, and that's a victory for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. Big win, 5-0 against their arch rivals, the Port Huron High School Big Reds. So Giannis, what did you think of the game? Did you think it was a good game?
Yeah, it's a very good game, and our school will be better.
Yeah, we were better, but did you think the Big Reds were pretty good, or did you think they were pretty bad?
Yeah, but they are good, but they need a little bit more practice.
Yeah, they do need a little more practice. So that's going to be the end of the game. 5-0 final score, Northern Huskies. This has been Aaron Pico and Giannis. What's your last name, Giannis?
Madam Liz.
Madam Liz. And we will see you next time. Have a nice day.